And I think that we are live now. Yes. So if you're ready, Kevin, we can start.
We can start. I'm ready.
Okay, great. Hello, everybody. We're here today with Kevin Staut. I think there's no need to introduce him. And we're gonna be doing a Q&A today. So we collected some questions, but if for everybody who's watching, if you if you have any other questions, you can text them while we're live here on Twitch, and we'll be asking the same questions to Kevin. So maybe we can start with the first question. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel good. We can start whenever you want.
Okay. Go ahead. Yes. Vai. First question. Okay. Do you have a specific warm-up and stretch before the shows?
For myself,
Yes.
I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing Pilates, which is something normally all people are doing. Okay, I'm 40 years old, so I don't know if I can. This still young, but no, more seriously, I had back problems maybe since 10 years, and I started to do Pilates just for stretching before riding in the morning and after riding in the evening, and now I'm used to do it, yeah, every day. Sometimes when the competitions are early in the morning and I have to wake up half an hour earlier to do that, it's a bit painful, but okay. And when the competitions are finished and the friends are going to the bar, even if the bar are closed right now, normally, and me, I have to do my exercises before to go for dinner or whatever. But okay, now it's a lifestyle, so it's okay, and I don't have any back problems anymore.
So you
So it's fine.
alone or with a teacher?
No, at the beginning it was with a kine who gave me some exercises specific for my back, and so now I'm doing alone. I take my things to the hotel or to the room, and yeah, I'm doing that at home. I have a room. I did quite nice with some music, candles like that. I can spend a lot of time. I'm watching Netflix at the same.
Okay. Oh, what are you
But
watching?
I'm watching many serial, many different one. At the moment, it's more Spanish type. Sorry, maybe Italian soon. But no. I'm anyway. I need something. I'm not 100% focused on it, uh, but I need something just to distract me a bit for the long stretching I'm doing.
Sure, sure. So Pilates is part of your routine now.
Yeah, exactly. I have to say now, 10 years that I'm doing that. At the beginning, I did the exercises because the specialist told me that it's necessary that even a rider has to assume that he's an athlete as well, and to do like the normal athletes, that to do stretching before efforts and also after. So I started quite young to do that, but now I'm happy, and I don't feel it heavy, to do it. I feel fine, and most important that I can ride without pain, and I still want to ride for a long time. So be there.
We
I
hope
my body.
to. Okay, second question. Oh, it's long. Piazza di Siena is next week. Any predictions? You will do the nationals with Viking. How do you feel? We love this question.
First of all, I love Piazza di Siena show. I did it for the first year of Nations Cup First League. I competed with the horse Craig Boom. I became European champion a few times later with this horse, and it was my first doubles year in Nations Cup in Rome. So it's special memory for me. I love this show. Now it's 3 years that it's back on grass, and I'm really happy because me it was already on Seine when I started to compete there. So yeah, I'm really motivated. I come with Viking, and Viking will jump the Nations Cup. So yeah, I'm really focused on it. Looking forward to arrive in Italy and to have nice weather. I hope next week, and to have sure great sport, and yeah, the top riders, top combinations will be there. It will be tough work, but yeah, I really want to feel the energy and the vibe of the sport coming back. We need it, and it's great to have team competitions, big Grand Prix, and the top sport coming back.
Okay, so I'll go with the third questions if you're ready. I'll just... Ooh. How has this year influenced your training? I think it means about COVID and everything.
Yeah, uh, for sure it was complicated already last year. We had the lockdown. The sports was had a huge impact. Even if it was allowed for the pro to compete, uh, we understood that for organizers it was really complicated to make shows run with the same prize money, with the same sponsors, without public. So yeah, it was difficult. I have to say that we were lucky because in France we had this show in south of France. Grimaud, this guy organized many 4 or 5 star shows, and like it was in France, we could have many French riders competing at this level. But we could feel that the impact, especially a year before the Olympics, will be huge. And we could also see that in different countries, the sport could continue nearly normal, like beginning of the season in Wellington, in Florida. Riders, American, but also few European ones who went there could have proper competition and to continue the sport as normal. The COVID was one thing. We had also the Rhino, the virus for the horses, coming of the season, which was a real disaster. First of all, because we love horses, so to see horses in pain like we had seen, it was not great at all. And further on, we had all these competitions also cancelled for 1.5 months to be sure that we can solve this virus as quick as possible. So for sure it's difficult, but it's difficult for everybody. We don't even speak about the economic impact, but the sports. It's strange. Nobody can really see how quick it will come back normal. What we know is we have this big competition, the Olympics, in really soon, and we have just few shows to prepare it, with nearly 1 year of no competitions. So it's strange, but okay, it's the same for everybody. And I think which is really difficult is for the organizers to make the shows run even without public. And I really understand that sponsors are not really
Not
motivated to make
satisfied, not
big,
happy.
but so we have to support the organizers as well, and yeah, also to be sure that the technical part, like the course designer or whatever, they are clever guys, and for sure they will build some courses compared to what they have seen, and they know that the horses are not ready like in a normal season. So in Rome next week we will have tough sport, but for sure the job of the course designer will be to make something jumpable for the horses, and to agree that they had just maybe 1 or 2 shows to prepare this Piazza di Siena show, and it's not the same than a normal season.
Sure, sure, sure. We'll go on with the next question. And just pick up one. What are your favorite flat work exercises?
flat work. I have to say that the circles are easy to do for every rider and every horse. It's like we say in French, the circles are the draw rents for people which has no money. So you don't need no draw rents. If you want to fix a horse, you put it on the circle and it's fine.
Okay.
With a circle, we can do everything. And when you read the old book from the riders in dressage, but I don't speak about dressage, the discipline, but really the dressage, how to make your horse ready to do something. Circles are really the exercises the most used by the riders in the past. And now when you see also in practice arenas of the top riders, many are still using it. Sometimes when we are many in the same practice arena, if everybody is doing a circle and not the same, it can be dangerous. But okay, now guys are looking around. So yeah, for me, I'm doing circles when I want to really manage the balance of the horse. I can make a smaller one and slow down the horse, then a bigger one and go forward. And also that on the circles, I try not to get too much inside incurvation. I want to have a circle for to make the horse feel comfortable on what I asking him. But I don't do so much inside incurvation, otherwise the head go inside, but the whole body is going outside. So you don't keep your horse really online.
Okay.
So it's not because circles look simple when you speak about it that you don't have to be really focused on your exercise when you do it. And yeah, what I do nearly every day with every horse, it's I start with a circle, for example, when I canter, and I make smaller one, bigger ones, and I try that the horse can move laterally on this circle and find the right balance on the four legs. So yeah, that's what I'm using.
Okay, I'm choosing another question.
The bigger one.
Okay.
Letter. It's not a question. It's a letter.
It's a long question.
This is a book. Okay.
You were European champion in 2009, team silver in World Equestrian Games in 2010, team gold at the 2016 Rio Olympics, and winner of top 10 final. In addition, you obtained many other excellent results. When you started this sport, did you expect to get this far, or did you exceed your expectations?
No. At the beginning, I really didn't expect anything. What I wanted to do is when I started to ride around 12, is just to build a part of my life around the horses because I loved the animal first. And then my family helped me invest in horses that I can ride as much as possible and also to compete. But at the beginning, it was more for me the time I could spend with the horse instead of riding him. But then, yeah, I started to compete. Around 18, I felt that I will do my life, my professional life, with the horses. So I tried to become a rider. But really at the beginning, I moved from stables to stables, working for dealers. I was really a rider, riding many different horses, but the goal was to sell the horse when he was reaching the highest level. And and then by luck, my grandfather bought this track boom when he was 7 years old. The goal was to sell him, but then nobody wanted him, so I had to continue to ride. And yeah, when I got 22 or 23 years old, I realized that maybe I could do a sport rider and not just a dealing rider. But no, honestly, I didn't expect so much results. But now it's done. It's true that we achieved, or I achieved personally, few great success but I'm looking forward. I don't look back. I'm proud for my team that we could achieve few things, but I really feel and I really believe that I have much more to do.
Okay, next question, Edith.
Another long
Big
question
one.
about Tokyo. Tokyo. Do you already know which horses will compete there? We spoiled in the latest question. Do you dedicate yourself to a particular preparation for competition of this level? If so, which one?
Okay, so for the horse for the Olympics, yeah, it's Viking, my first choice. So now the different step for him is to jump in Rome. For sure, I want to perform and to be competitive in Rome. But okay, the main goal is to make him ready and to finish the preparation for the Olympics. And we have not so many shows left, as I said earlier. For Viking, I have just Rome. Then he has 1 weekend off. Then we go to La Baule, French CSIO, and then it will be another show. We don't know exactly which one before the Olympics, but we will try to be the French team together in the same show. Yeah, doesn't matter if it's not a 5-star show, but just to jump again the horses before it. So yeah, as you see, it will be 3 or maximum 4 shows left before the Olympics. So I can imagine that every rider has an idea about the horse he wants to take there because the time is so short and the preparation also. You have to get a good idea on which horse. And for me, anyway, it's no doubt I want to ride the Viking there. And for preparation for this level of shows, I don't know if the question is preparation for just the rider or for the combination horse and rider. So I will answer both. For the rider, it's different, but because even if we have not so many shows, we can go to every weekend. Now it started again. We can ride 2, 3, or sometimes more horses per show. So we will practice for sure more as a rider before the Olympics instead of the combination horse and rider. As I said, with Viking, we will do 3 or 4 shows. Me, myself, with the other horses, I will compete every weekend, so I will practice more. We have really to keep that in mind because it's a big difference. Sometimes the rider feel ready because he compete and is against the top riders every weekend, so he has an idea about if he feels ready or not. But the horse or the combination will go there. It's really different. So we have to sometimes maybe have a better look on it and to make some sacrifices if we feel that our horse for the Olympics is not really ready or need one more show. He has to be the priority for this. So I have in mind the way to prepare Viking until the Olympics, the shows I want to do, but I have also to keep open mind and to make some changes if it needs to be done before there, because I know that the Viking will be the first one to tell me if he's ready after 2 shows, 3 shows, or if he needs more. So yeah, it's. I think we have really to keep that in mind. Me, I know that I will have the chance to jump many rounds in the next 2 months, and yeah, and for every specific horse, it's different.
How do you know when a horse is ready for that level of competition?
Um, I think it's physically for sure with the muscles and everything. He needs to jump at least 4 or 5 competitions at 155 level high, because even if he's, for example, Viking, if he has a strong mind, he's really motivated, the body is a normal athlete, the body has to be used on the same movement that he will do for the Olympics. So you can't jump just 145 or even 150, you have really to jump few competitions at the same level. Then it's the spirit you put on it. If, for example, I ride the next show or the next 2 shows just with a maximum pressure, and I want him to give 200%, it's not the right time. I want to be I want to perform next week. I want to be good there for sure, and I will not go against it. But also, I have to keep a small reserve of pressure and of also technical part that I will add when I will go to my most important show of the year, and it will be Tokyo. So I have also to feel that from today until Tokyo, I have still some improvement technically and physically to do on my horse.
Okay.
It's all about empathy.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. How old were you when you jumped your first 160?
Oh, I don't remember. I think I was not so young, to be honest. And I have to say maybe 22, 23.
Oh, okay. So quite it was a short question, so we'll go with another one.
It was a short answer.
Ballerine de Villepion, do you plan to go back training with her?
With who?
With Ballerine de Villepion.
No, now the owner is riding this mare. She was a really competitive mare, and but the owner, which is her actual rider, was injured for a few months, so he gave this mare to me to ride and to continue to compete. And she was really great. I rode in Paris, in Geneva, and then in Mechelen. I just did 3 shows, and then the guy came back to I think
to her.
he had a broken arm or broken leg. I don't even remember. But then now he's fine, and the mare is great, and he's happy with this. So I will not take her back.
Okay. So next question. When a young horse arrives in the stable, how can you approach in the best way? What is your modus operandi?
It really depends at which age is arriving. We say young horse, it can be 4 or until 6 or 7. So it's a big difference when he arrives and he has 4, or if he has still already an experience with a system. When they have 6 or 7, they have for sure they had a system before, a good one or a bad one, but they had one. When the horse arrives and you have to break him and to ride him first, you can directly put your own touch. So as young as a horse arrives to your stables, as early you can put your own spirit in the system. You want to educate him, to ride him, and all their things. In my point of view, when a horse is 4 or even 5, he has to accept the humans, not to dominate, but just to use them for something great, or they have to feel that sports is great. So from 4 to 5, it's more work on the mind and just to make a horse happy. You don't need to compete if you don't feel the horse ready for that. Okay, it's easy. My system is based on reaching the highest level of sport. I understand that other stables has some goals like dealing. So when you need to sell a horse, for sure you will compete even if they are 4 or 5. Me, in my situation, I don't take them when they are so young, or if I take them, I don't compete them. But I'm in collaboration with a few breeders, and for sure we try to select a few of them for the future and to make a nice group. And then normally they stay at the breeder place, ridden by the young rider they have for maybe the year and the season of 4 and 5 years old, but no pressure at all, just to give experience. And they go to shows and they start to feel the spirit of it, going in a truck, staying at a show, going in different rings, watching the different obstacles. But if they are not ready to be clear in this level, for me it's not really important. If you feel that the horse has certain quality, and then at 6 they have to start to show something. That performance can start at 6 for me. 6 and 7, they have to be aware that it's important to be clear, but before not.
Okay, next.
We have lots more, so I think we have to be quicker because
Yes, we'll skip this one because it's very similar to the one about Pilates we did in the beginning.
Okay.
So I'll choose
Okay,
another one.
exercise. Okay.
Okay, what's your typical day?
Typical day. I like to. Well, at the beginning, I like to wake up early. Now I have to. No. At 5:45 to be honest, and then I do my Pilates. That's it when I'm at home. And when I'm at the show, it's different. If you have a competition early, you have to wake up really earlier. But anyway, I do the Pilates first, then I come at the stables around 6:15. That's traditional here at the stables. I like to give the hay by myself. We give the hay before the normal food. So start with the hay. And then my workers and my team arrive at 6:30. So when they are there, they start to clean the stables. Me, I take a coffee. A longer one than the one we drink in Italy because they are too strong. So
Okay.
and then I start to ride. Between 7 and 7:30, I ride as many as possible in the morning. I ride few in the afternoon until 4:30. Then I like to spend a bit of time around in the stables to check the footing and to check if everything is okay. And at 6 p.m. I come in my office here. This is my office at the stables. I come here and I do things like answering to interviews, doing lives with you, or speaking a bit with the owners, and doing the part of what I prefer to do that at the end of the day when I'm sure that the horses are okay. They were fitted, worked, everything is done, and then I can be. I want to split the sports part and now what I have to do also as managing a company and stables. It's to do this logistic part.
Okay.
And then I do Pilates again.
Okay. Yes, right.
Dinner and then normal. Normally in the evening I'm not and especially now that we can't go out, we have no restaurants, nothing. So I'm living in the same house as my grandmother, which is 86. So I'm happy to go back to the house and to say her bye because she go to bed when me I finish with or starting my Pilates. And normal things. I love the part of France where I'm living. I was traveling a lot during my young career. Now it's 7 or 8 years. I'm back in Normandy, close to Deauville. I love this part of France. So if I had to move somewhere else for the sport, I would do for sure, because my first goal is to be an athlete and to build everything around the sport. But I could do it in Normandy, so I'm really happy about it.
That's
Okay.
great. So, next question. It's just
Not really a question.
no, it's just a sentence, I think. You are a big inspiration. Wish you all the best for all your future goals. Chris.
That's really nice. Even if it's not a question, I have to say that we are really sensitive about people following equestrian sport in general, and also following us as system or as a model or things like this. And it's always good energy to see that some people are okay with what you are doing. I don't say that we have many times doubts, but it's comfortable to be supported.
Okay, let's see if we pick a question now. Okay, a nice one. Which is your favorite horse of all time?
One I have ridden, or one in general?
In general, yes.
In general.
Pick one.
But to be honest, I was really had a lot of satisfaction with my own horses, or not my own, but the one I was riding. Started with Craigboom, who gave my career, then Silvana, Heather. But it's not because we are doing Scuderia live that I'm saying that, but I really have special things with Viking, which is for me the best horse I never rode. But okay, he's a pure athlete, he's fantastic. Now he has to win the same than the other. Because yeah, when you have Craigboom, Rever, and Silvana, all the medals they got. And now he has to start this year to get one to reach to have a chance to reach the level of the others.
Yeah. We're ready. Okay, after all these big results, what still remains to be achieved in your sport career? Is there a result that you have not yet achieved, or a competition that you have not yet done?
Yeah, it's many Grand Prix I didn't win yet, many championships as well, and I want to continue to win as much as possible. I would like to. That's a goal for not this season. It's too early, but maybe next season or 2023 to come back number one in the world. Normally, when you are number one in the world, you win a few things. So, lot of
Yeah.
if I come back number one, it means that I had few other medals and few other titles. But no, that's I don't have any specific points. If I have the horses ready for it, I want to win as much and as many Grand Prix titles, trophies as possible.
Okay.
Obviously, yeah.
Another question. Okay, technical question. Do you have any advice on how to improve your posture when riding, in particular before and after the jump?
Okay. It's really a question of balance, and when we speak about balance, everyone is different by the size, by the weight, by the type of horses you are riding. I mean, it's really difficult to explain in few words, but just the most important word is balance. The balance is everything. So the balance, we split normally the body of the rider in three parts. You have the upper part, the middle part, and the down part, legs. everything has to move together with harmony. For sure, sometimes you use just one leg instead of the other. Sometimes you have to put your shoulder much backward than forward. But when you when you had and when you did your homeworks well in the ring, I'm more in favor to have this light riding, just feeling that the balance is driving your horse, and you don't have to focus so much on just the takeoff, the jump, and the landing, because it's just the results or every strike of counter, every single step you are doing with your horse. When you are doing a course, when you are jumping it, you can't put the jump, the takeoff, the landing in one part and the rest on the other. If we speak about harmony, it's really something general. So you have to watch a lot to compare yourself to other riders. So to take some examples of riders which has the same size of you, a little bit also what you like to do. Some riders prefer to be seated because sometimes they have a little bit heavy horse or cold horse. They need a lot of help from the rider, not just the leg but the seat as well. Maybe you are a type of rider more like the British or the Americans, to ride in balance, not seated at all, in rhythm. So you have to find your way to put on the table what you really like, how you are physically. And what's great in our sport, we don't have just one type of people who can ride. Everybody can ride. And to compare yourself to the same type of riders which are doing great sport at the moment, and to try to do the same. We don't have to be ashamed to look around and to watch the others. To make some innovation, we have to first of all analyze which is existing, and if you can, try to make it better.
Yeah.
But find your inspiration first and then make it yourself.
Yeah, I think that Pilates helps a lot because it's or yoga, isometric exercises are really helpful for balance, because it's all about control of your body. So I think that that kind of exercise could be useful for
Sure. In America, in United States, first of all, they teach the students which position they need to get when they are walking, trotting, countering, jumping without the horses first, just to make really the muscles, and they have to train like this without the horse, doing the position of the jump, and then when they feel that the riders are ready, they can ride. And also when they are riding, they are just focus on their own position, to be as light as possible, not to make troubles to the horses. It's why I think it's a good example. In America, even the amateurs has a proper posture. They are good looking on the horse. Maybe they just do that by pleasure, and they will never be pro or want to reach the highest level, but they are riding clean and light.
Yes.
We lost you for a second. Okay, now it's okay.
Now it's better?
Yes,
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
hear
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Next question.
tocca a te?
Non mi ricordo.
No? Okay, I will pick. Okay, another sentence. Hi, Kevin. I'm a fan from Rome. It's not a question, but I really appreciate you and what you do. Lavinia. So you have a lot of fans from our followers.
Okay. Okay, that's really similar to the ones we already asked.
Okay. So,
Next
yes,
one.
all about exercises.
The same one. It's
Yes.
just
Do you, if you prefer
everything about how
cardio, stretching, or strength exercise? But I think that it's all about the stretching, pilates.
you already
Yeah,
something.
I'm just doing Pilates. At once, I was riding bikes as well.
Oh,
I'm still doing a bit. I'm a big fan of this sport because I really feel that the bike riders, they are top athletes.
Huh.
But I'm not doing so much. Pilates take me already 1.5 hours per day.
Okay.
yeah.
So I was doing my own sport for 6 or 7 hours per day, like riding, which is a sport, we have to admit.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes I rest a bit as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so I picked this one. It's not really a question, but they are asking you for 3 of your best tips for young riders aiming to be professionals.
It, it's difficult because we can't hide that to the people because it would be not correct. It's it's an expensive sport. So for sure, from your beginning, it doesn't mean that if you are not rich at the beginning, you can't do it. But you have already to keep in mind that to build your career, you will have to find people supporting you to be able to have stables or to rent some, to have some horses. So it depends from which country you are. If you are in a country like Germany, Belgium, or Holland, even France, we have a lot of breeders. Sometimes for a young rider to become pro, it's them and to try to make a deal that you can ride some young horses for them, and they have to help you to go to shows and to compete. So I think we don't have just one answer, but what's sure it's everybody can do it. It's difficult. I will not say the opposite. It's you need to be a hard worker. Now, in every country of the world, you have some good riders which want to do the same than you. It's winning, so it's more and more difficult. But I think it's the same in every job you try to choose. If you want to be the best, you have to work hard. You have to be patient as well. The only thing is, the only advice I can give it's to keep the patience until the end. Why we are doing that? First of all, is because we are loving horses. We have to respect them. We have to be focused to do our sport, respecting the welfare of the horses. But I'm really in favor to give the opportunity to young riders which has talent. They need to find a way to do it. And for sure, if they are not lazy, if they are able to work a lot, they will do it great. So just yeah,
This is really,
really
really inspiring
possible.
to say, and we have a lot of uh, examples.
riders,
Yes, like we talk with Pietro Grandis, that is eventing rider for our team, and he's an Italian rider. It was not the rich guy, but he work hard. He goes alone in Germany to find a job, and now he's riding
With
with
Michael Jung.
Michael Jung. So it's really a big result for him. And then we talk with Kendra Brinkup, that became a pro rider, working with the Young Rider Academy.
Yes.
That it's an amazing project for young riders. I think that meritocracy is possible in equestrian world, even if it's hard, obviously, but yes, we as a Scuderia 1918, we care a lot about this topic because sometimes it's easier to say, okay, it's not possible, you have to be rich, and
Instead of trying.
yes, just saying, oh, it's not possible, it's impossible for me, it's I'm good, but I'm not rich, so I give up. I think that what you say, it's really inspiring for.
Yeah, everybody, if you ask every top rider at the moment, they will say the same. And why, when we spoke with Emanuele at the beginning and we could find a way to make a collaboration with Scuderia, it's because we had in mind these two major principes, which is the welfare of the horses and the meritocracy for the young riders. So it's really important. And I think every top rider you will ask right now, if they have a way to help a young one or to give him advices, they will do it, and they will be happy to do it because they want to give as legacy from our sport this clean sport we had when I started, and we want the same for the next generations.
Okay, so let's go for another. What about AJRC? Why did you start this project and how did you begin?
I started. I became president because nobody else wanted to do it.
Okay.
I was working in the board for many years. I think I started 10 or 15 years ago to ride and to work hard in the board. But then we had to elect a president. So now for me to be president or not, it doesn't change anything. I work the same. Why IGRC is important? It's because we are recognized by the FEI, so we can vote for at the General Assembly. We are also in all the discussion with FEI, but also National Federation and the different association of owners, organizers. So if we want to be part of what will happen in the next months or in the next years, it's really important that we work for this association. And in the board we have Steve Gerda, Henrik Van Eckerman, François Matty Jr., also the Americans Ken Farrington, Tiffany Foster, and many others. So all the top riders are in it. And honestly, when you sit for an hour with all their guys and you speak about your sport and where you want to bring it, it's amazing. It's amazing how brain working together can make things change. And we don't feel that we are doing politics. We are just trying to explain what we are doing, what we want to do, and how we want to do it. We have also the change that Eleonora Ottaviani is the director of the Riders Club since many years, and she's a big fan of sport, and she's our first fan. She loves the pure sport we can produce sometimes, and she's working as hard as everybody, even more in this group, and it's great. I think we are a good group, and I'm happy not because I'm president, but just because I'm part. And I can make a private message to Eleonora. Now we change the president. No. I'm really happy to work with all their guys.
Okay, I think we have to do botta risposta and
Something quicker maybe because we have a lot of questions still. So
then we have to yes.
Okay, so we'll ask you some questions real quick. Was there affinity between you right from the start? No, about Viking. Was there affinity between you right from the start? How do you build the synergy with him?
I didn't understand the question. Sorry.
About Viking, they're asking if there was a synergy between the two of you from the beginning, or do you have to?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
When he arrived in my stables, I gave him to my rider because he was in one part so lazy, and in the other part he was a devil, and that's to ride him, and it was by chance, or I don't know, my rider couldn't take him for a show, and I had to ride him myself. Then I felt all the quality and everything, but no, at the beginning it was a devil.
Okay.
Okay. And how do you deal with mistakes that you make on the ring?
Every athlete, every big people told you that you have to learn from your mistakes. If you are not able to fix it, to analyze and to accept it, you are not born to become the greatest of your sport or of your activity. So mistakes are part of the sport, and especially our one.
Another question: how do you find the right distance to jump?
I don't focus on the distance. I want to have the best approach, the best balance for my horse and for myself to have a good. So I think about rhythm, balance, and direction, but not at all about the distance.
Okay.
Okay. After Piazza di Siena, which competition will you focus on? What are your goals from this season?
As I say, the main goal for this season is the Olympics in Tokyo, but also the European Championships. For sure, it will not be with the same horse. So I want to jump the Olympics first with Viking, and then I have two other mares which are really great and jumping Grand Prix. So I want to go to the European as well. But straight after Rome, I will go to St. Gallen, CSIO as well, but as individual. And then we have our French CSIO in La Baule, which I'm also really excited to go. So yeah, now this weekend it's Madrid, then Rome, St. Gallen, La Baule.
Okay.
Another question: which is your favorite rider of all time?
I think Steve Gerda.
Oh, wow. How many times a day do your horses work?
The older ones, which are doing competing at the high level, they go out minimum twice. So one flat work, other time I ride them, but outside or something like this, or I go to the beach. When it's summer, they go to the field, also in plus. So it's between 2 and 3 times for the older horses, and for the young ones, they just go out once a day.
Okay. Next.
It's my turn. Sorry. Among the horses you train with, which are the ones more promising?
I have few good young ones. I'm working with a breeder in the breeding place called Riverland. He has many from this breeding place that I will ride in the future, and which are great. I have also a 7 years old called Emir, which for a 7 years old jumping quite high. He can jump 140, 145 competition right now. And yeah, he's a great horse. So, but I really stay quiet and in peace with the young ones. I want that to see what's happening with young ones. It goes up and down. We have really to take that from one eye, and for the long term vision, we have to be patient. That's it. That's it.
Sure.
Which one was your favorite competition so far?
Spruce Meadows.
Spruce Meadows.
Yeah, this is my favorite one.
Okay. We're running out of questions.
You wanted short answer? I give short answer.
No, it's fine.
Kevin was a really natural way to ride, and because of that, he's one of my biggest inspiration. Rodrigo. So another.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, this one's not really, you cannot answer really quickly. What do you look for when you look for a new horse?
The first thing is, first of all, to do a trial in one day or without competition, for me, I don't see the meaning. I'm not good enough for that. So it's why I'm collaborating with people that they can give me for a few weeks. They allowed me to go to compete with them, also because like they want to sell it. It's an opportunity for them. I agree. But if I have to ride or to try a young one, the first thing is the mind. You have to feel that the horse is fighting for you. Technically, if the rideability is quite fine, you can fix the technical problem. What you will never fix if it's a horse will fight for you or not.
Yeah. Okay. How do you correct the horse when he goes away with the shoulders? So about a technical issue, you know.
When a horse go out with the shoulders, it's more for sure. Normally, we think that the rider can move the shoulders with the hands, which is true. But I feel that a rider become really light when he can drive the horse just with the legs or with the seat, and not so much with the hand. So it's really to try and to try to find a solution with your outside leg, Sorry, it's late. To fix the shoulders, and so to keep your outside leg a little bit forward and to move the shoulder inside, and especially during the turn. And if you won't feel that it doesn't work so well, just with your leg, you can do an outside incubation, which puts the weight of your horse inside. So if the shoulders are going outside, if you do the incubation on the head a little bit outside and you work with your outside leg, it will put the weight of the shoulder inside.
Okay, one last question, and I swear it's not from us. What do you think about Scuderia 1918 products?
This is a strange question. Who made it?
When once again, when we spoke first with Emanuele, we understood each other that the main goal was the sport, and he felt that I'm really focused on that, and I want to achieve so many things in my sport that I'm motivated like hell. But also the collaboration was based on the quality of the lifestyle products Scuderia 1918 is doing, inspired by the horses and the equestrian world. I really believe that our sport is more than a sport. It's a culture. It's a way of life. And around that, you design, you produce some product which proves that you are part of this group of people, the equestrian people. And Scuderia has really great lines. I think it's big hopes in the future as well to develop some many and I think the products are great, and it will continue, and we are motivated to do many collaboration for the clothes and for many different things that Scuderia become a proper brand and maybe the leader in equestrian products.
Okay. That's a good plan. I like.
We are really out of questions now, so why don't you take for a tour around the stables? Do you want?
Yeah, sure, I can do it. And I don't have to go so far because otherwise I will lose the Wi-Fi. You will not see me. But okay. Anyway, like I love design, I have to show you a bit of my clubhouse.
Oh, yeah.
I work from here. And also I have the view outside on my
Wow.
stables. I can show you that the weather is really, really nice.
Yes.
And I will go outside and I will show you Viking,
Yes.
if the Wi-Fi is still there.
Yes, we want to say hi to him.
Yay!
Is, and that's you see my dog?
Yes, yes.
The dog there. Yeah, I see. She's the greatest dog I've never had. She's so lazy. She's sleeping in the sun
What?
the whole day. And so, okay, here you see the stables. It's cozy and it's small, but
Yes, we like.
and making.
Ah.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi, Viking.
no, normally he's not scared, but now.
The iPad is scaring him.
Well, he's eating. He's right.
So yeah, no, I'm honestly, It's great, and we don't see from here, but I have the beach, which is at 2 kilometers away from here. Okay, I have to put them in a small truck. That's where we prepare the horses here. So yeah, nothing special, and I have also some fields on the background where Crackboom is, but if I go there, we will lose the Wi-Fi and the connection. But yeah, no, I'm really, really happy. It's peaceful and it's green because we are in Normandy, so we have rain and sun, so the grass is so green. It's why we are a big breeding place.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And
That's it.
I don't know if there is any other question from the chat. I will.
No, we have no other questions actually, but
Okay.
we asked you a lot of questions, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
I have to do my Pilat
No,
now.
we have just a Super Kevin, Best Riding and Horseman. So, a lot of love for you.
So we leave you to your Pilates session right now.
Yeah. But once again, thank you for all the followers we have in our sport and the support we have. I'm really happy and touched by that. I'm also happy that soon the people will come back, the spectators, to the shows, to the competition, to see it not just behind a screen, but in live as well, touch the reality, and give a lot of support to the young riders. Which are motivated and wants to do that as a job, as a work, as a life, and also to thanks Scuderia for the help, for Viking, and for the great things we will do in the sport in the future, and to thank you girls for the good job you did with the question and everything, and to help me to fix my screen in horizontal and help me all the technical part. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Stage work.
And we want to say that tomorrow this live will be uploaded in our YouTube channel. So for everyone who missed the first part of the live, it will be on our
will be
YouTube.
available tomorrow on our YouTube channel, so everybody can see it.
And I want to remember also to subscribe on our Twitch channel and YouTube channel to don't miss all the lives that we will do. And
see you next week with Mauro Checcoli. We'll be speaking about Piazza di Siena. So it will be in Italian, I guess, but okay. You can watch it, Kevin, if you want to learn some Italian.
Okay, okay, I will. Just before Rome, it could be interesting.
Okay.
See you in Rome. We will see you in Rome.
Yeah, certainly,
Yeah,
certainly. We
can't
will be
wait
happy
for that.
to see
Thank
you
you
in
very
live.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Kevin.
Bye.